Hi, this is Misty at Well Keeping Moms, and today I'm going to show you how to make them energy balls that are my husband's absolute favorite. I have to make them every week or he doesn't feel like his lunch is complete. So let's get started. We're going to start with 1/3 of a cup of rolled oats. I like to use the big ones, not the quick ones. Okay, and then we're going to use 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened coconut. Now you can use whatever size coconut you want. I just get whatever I can find. Okay, and then we're going to put in 1/2 cup of almond flour. This recipe, you could actually use almond meal, but I happen to have the almond flour, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I have also used 1/2 almond flour and 1/2 coconut flour, but I have found that the coconut flour doesn't hold together as well, so the almond flour really is a better choice. Now I use 1/3 of a cup of nuts or nut pieces. And these are really just, if you can see them, they look sort of ground up and whatever. And really they are. What I do is I take whole almonds and I run them through my coffee grinder that I use for everything other than coffee. And I make my almond meal that way, but it doesn't get all of the nuts. So all of those little pieces, after I sift it through, go into a jar so that I can put them in my husband's energy balls. Now I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of our sweet mix. Now that's what we made on our last video. So here we're going to use it in here. Actually, I think I'm going to use just a little less because the recipe I'm using today doesn't need to be quite so sweet. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of pressed peanut flour. Make sure you get the kind that does not have sugar in it. Just plain old peanuts. And then we're going to add 2 pinches of Himalayan salt. Now I like to leave my spoons, my measuring spoons, inside my container. So my salt container has this spoon in it all the time. So when I need it, it's the pinch size. And I can just not have to search for it every time I need the spoon. Okay, now we're going to add 1/2 cup of peanut butter. I use natural peanut butter, that's why it has that oily look to it. Sometimes I use crunchy, sometimes I use creamy, depends on what I find. And in this recipe, really makes no difference either way because you already have some nuts in there. If you like it extra crunchy, you can just add the crunchy peanut butter, you'll be good. Now, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of melted butter. And just for fun, I like to add some chia seeds. So I'm going to put in about 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Okay, now I'm going to take it over to my KitchenAid and hook the bowl in and mix it up. And this is what it looks like when it's all mixed up to the right texture. Now we're going to put it in our molds. I like to use the cookie ball scoop. Put it in about level. I'm using I think a brownie mold or something. It's just a silicone mold. You can make this recipe in a couple of different ways. You can use the peanut butter flour or you can use cocoa powder. If you use cocoa powder, you can use some extracts too that go well with chocolate, like I have used hazelnut extract before and put it in there, or caramel or anything like that. Just gives it a little bit of a change. If you're making it quite regularly, it's nice to switch it up now and then. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill these in. Now, if you don't have the sweet blend that we made in our last video, you can use the Pyure from Walmart. It's the organic kind. It has the same ingredients in it. If you don't want to make it yourself, you can purchase that and use 4 tablespoons instead of 5 in the recipe because it is extremely sweet. Now, this recipe, when I mixed it up, there was a little bit left over. And you can not put this in here, and you can just leave it sort of loose and put it in the fridge and let it harden up, and it's really good sort of granola. And put it in yogurt, and it's really good. Now these will harden up in the refrigerator, but I don't recommend packing them for a lunch. You know, if you're going away on a trip or whatever, they really should be in the fridge in order to maintain their shape. They taste the same either way, but it's up to you. My husband doesn't really care if they get broken down. He'll just dump the bag right into his mouth. He loves them so much it really doesn't matter to him. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you tried this recipe, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought about it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.